Welcome back to Card Sharks, everyone. This is the third game of Card Sharks here on Fun for Freedom's game show night. Aringon, our champion, won 1,900 rupees, but now we have two contestants again. They're going to battle out to see if we can do even better and maybe even give away a car. Now, IcyOshawottz is back with us today because he really didn't get an opportunity to play the cards because Aringon did what only one other contestant did, yourself, Icy, and that was win the game on just two questions. So, IcyOshawottz, are you ready for some revenge?
I need to murder the money card, so yes, I am ready.
Well, let's hope you can get there. But FinalFlame has something that he wants to say about that. He is going to be your opponent. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing terrific. It's great to have you here on Game Show Night. You two know how Card Sharks works, so we're going to get started right away. Here we go. FinalFlame, the question goes to you. It's game number one. We asked 100 people in Rarotonga, New Zealand, do you have a telephone in your home? How many said that they do have a telephone in their home?
Knowing not much about that place in that time, I'm going to say 64.
64 out of 100 said that they do have a telephone. Icy, is it higher or lower than 64?
Ooh, I'm gonna say higher.
Higher than 64. Number of New Zealanders who said they have a telephone is 68. Yes, Icy, you're right. It is higher, so you have control of the cards. Icy, your first card is a 6. Want to play it or change?
I'd like to change it, please.
All right, changing the 6 to a deuce. All right, Icy, a 2. What's the call?
Higher than the 2, please.
Higher than the 2? It's a 5, yes. Okay, Icy, a 5, player freeze.
Higher than the 5, please.
Higher than the 5? Oh no, it's another 2! Sorry about that, Icy. That means FinalFlame gets a free shot at the cards. FinalFlame, you cannot change this card because you didn't win the question. Your card's a 10. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go with lower.
Lower than the 10? It's an 8. You're right, it's an 8. You're now right in the middle with an 8. Player freeze.
I'm going to take a risk and play it.
All right, call it.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 8? Oh no, it's another 8. It's not higher, and that means both players, neither of them make any progress. Hey there, TC Gamer. Great to have you here on Game Show Night. Hope you're enjoying the show. We go to question number 2. Icy, belongs to you. We asked 100 women millionaires, the last time you had people over for dinner, did you actually cook it yourself? How many said that they did cook dinner for themselves? Icy, what do you think? How many said they did cook dinner themselves? Uh-oh, I think we lost Icy again. Uh-oh. All right, he says 23. All right. Until he gets his microphone back, I will look at the mumble chat to see what he says. IcyOshawottz says that it's going to be 23, FinalFlame. Now, FinalFlame, is the actual answer higher or lower than 23?
I think it's higher.
Higher than 23. Number of women millionaires who said they did cook it themselves is 82. Yes, it's very much higher. FinalFlame has control of the cards. FinalFlame, you've got a 10. Do you want to play it or change it?
I'm going to play it.
You're going to play it. All right. Hey there, White Luigi. What's up? It's great to have you here on Game Show Night. Hope you're enjoying the show. FinalFlame, a 10. What's the call?
Lower.
Lower than the 10? It's a 5. You got it. FinalFlame, a 5. Do you want to play or freeze?
I will play it.
What's the call?
Higher.
Risking it higher than the 5? It's an ace! All right, FinalFlame, now you've got an ace. Player or freeze?
I'm going to play that.
All right, I knew you'd play that. What are you going to call it?
Lower.
Lower than the ace? Oh no, another ace! Oh, bad luck! That means Icy gets a free shot at the cards. Oh, a double ace at the worst possible time. Okay, Icy, we go to you. You're looking at that deuce. You're going to play it. What's the call? All right, he says it's going to be higher than the 2. Well, his audio is down right now, so he's going to give me his answers on the mumble stream. So he says higher than the 2. Let's see if he's right. It's an ace. He's right. Okay, Icy, you've got an ace. You going to play? Lower than the ace, he says. Is it lower? It's a 4. He's right again. All right, Icy, a 4, player freeze. He's going to say higher. Is it higher than the 4? It's a 6. Okay, Icy, 1 card away from game number 1. Do you want to play the 6 or freeze? Remember, if you get it wrong, he's going to freeze, all right? That protects your position. We move on to question number 3. Question goes to you, FinalFlame. We asked 100 people, do you expect politicians to lie to you? How many said they do expect them to lie? And I have made a little mistake there, FinalFlame. I accidentally hit the enter twice because when I hit enter the first time, I kind of bumped another key, and that caused a double submission. So, FinalFlame, I'm sorry, I got you on 50. And I've only done this one other time, and I do apologize. So, Icy, I'm going to make it easy on you. 50 is the number. Is it higher or lower than 50? All right, he says lower than 50. How many said they do expect them to lie? Icy says lower. Number of people who said they do expect them to lie is 67. No, it's not lower. It's higher. FinalFlame, well, it worked out for you because you have control of the cards. FinalFlame, you've got a 10. Want to play that 10, or do you want to change it?
I'll play it lower.
All right, he's going to keep the 10 and go lower than the 10. Is he right? Oh, no, it's another 10. That is the 3rd double for FinalFlame. I cannot believe it. Such terrible luck. All right, Icy, you get a free shot at the cards. You've got a 6. You may not change the card, however, but if you get it right, you win the game. What's the call, Icy? He's going to go higher. If it's higher than the 6, game number 1 goes to Icy. Is he right? Yes, he's right. It's a 9, and Icy has won game number 1. Congratulations, my friend. That means you've won 100 rupees, and you're 1 game away from going back to the money cards and perhaps getting some revenge. So, FinalFlame, you've got to win this game to stay alive. Brand new cards are dealt out. We go to game number 2, and Icy, the question goes to you. We asked 100 women at a supermarket, did you buy anything on impulse today? How many women said they did buy something on impulse? 56, he says. All right, Icy says 56 out of 100 said they bought something on impulse. FinalFlame, is it higher or lower than 56?
Higher.
Higher than 56. Number of women at supermarket who have bought something on impulse is 58. By 2, it is higher. Icy came close to a 1,000 rupee bonus. But FinalFlame, you have control of the cards. Your first card in this game is a king. That's a really good card. You want to play it?
I'm going to play it lower.
Lower than the king? It's a deuce. Excellent. You've got a 2 now. What are you going to do?
I'm playing it higher.
Higher than the 2? It's a 5. Okay, FinalFlame, you've got a 5. What are you going to do here?
I'm going to keep going and say higher.
All right, risking it higher than the 5? It's a 6. All right, FinalFlame, you're 1 card away from tying up the match. Do you want to play or freeze? Remember, if you get it wrong, you go back to the base card.
I'm going to gamble and play it higher.
All right, if it's higher than the 6, we have a tie match. Is it higher? No, it's another 6. The 4th double for FinalFlame. Can you believe this? You've got to be bleeping me. Wow.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, Icy, welcome back.
Pretty bad.
Welcome back, Icy. It's good to have you back on the microphone. All right, so Icy, you got a reprieve because he did not run the table. Your first card in this game's a deuce. What's the call?
Higher, please.
Higher than the 2? It's a 7. Okay, Icy, a 7. Player freeze.
Oh, freeze, please.
All right, freezing on the 7. Protecting your position. We go to question number 2. And yes, FinalFlame, I agree. I'd head desk myself. I cannot believe the run of cards you've had.
That's ridiculous.
I've never seen so many doubles for one player in one game. That has got to be a record. Final Flame, we asked 100 Japanese single women, have you ever been on a blind date? Final Flame, how many said that they have been on a blind date?
I'm guessing 61.
61 out of 100 said they've been on a blind date. Icy, is it higher or lower than 61?
I'm gonna say lower.
Lower than 61. Number of Japanese single women who have been on a blind date is 4. That's it, just 4. You're right, Icy, it is lower. Aringon, you had 2 pushes on your money cards, and I believe that has happened one other time as well, or was it 3 times? No, 3 times. Icy, didn't you have 3 pushes on the money cards once?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because you had the kings, and then I think you had like the 9s or something like that. Yeah, I think you had 3 pushes, so I believe that's the record for money cards.
Although I would say I don't think we ever saw somebody get 4 of the same cards show up in the money cards before. I don't think that's happened yet.
I think that's happened once, but the reason why we didn't see it is I think it was changed one time. I'll have to look at my records again, but I think there was one occasion where somebody had 4 of a kind. But anyways, Icy, you've got a 7. You want to play it, or do you want to change?
I'd like to change to 7, please.
Right, changing the 7 to 0 and 8, right in the middle, Icy. Now you've got an 8. What's the call here?
Jeez.
It's a tough call, I know.
Higher.
Higher than the 8. No, it's a 3. Sorry about that, Icy. That means Final Flame gets a free shot at the cards. And Final Flame, you've got a king. You cannot change the card, but it's a good card. What's the call?
Lower.
Lower than the king? It's a 2. Final Flame, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to play that higher.
Higher than the 2? It's a 3. 2 cards away from tying up this game. Do you want to play or freeze?
I gotta play it higher again.
Higher than the 3? It's a jack. Okay, Final Flame. Again, you're 1 card away from tying up the match. Do you want to play or freeze?
I want to play it, and I'm going to say lower.
All right. Lower than the jack to tie up this match? It's a deuce! And we do have a tie match. Final Flame has won game number 2. Well done.
Good job, Final Flame.
Thank you.
Yep. Aringon, that is right. You had 2 pushes on the same card because you had 2 pushes, or you had a push on the 9, I believe, and then you had a push on the 3. So yeah, you had 2 different pushes, if I remember correctly. I mean, I'll check the tapes, but I'm almost certain that you had just 2 pushes on the money cards because you had 1 on the 9s and 1 on the 3s at the final card. So there we go. Anyways, we have a tie match, Icy and Final Flame. We are going to the 3rd game. It's the tiebreaker. Both of you have 3 cards, and we only have 1 question. So we're going to crown a champion right here. Icy, question goes to you. We asked 100 married men, was love the main reason you married your wife? How many said they said love was the main reason? 73, we've lost audio on Icy again, but he says 73 in the mumble chat. Final Flame, is the actual answer higher or lower than 73?
This is a tough one. I'm going to guess lower.
Lower than 73. Number of married men who said love was the main reason is 83. It is not lower, it is higher. Icy almost had it. He gets control of the cards, however. Now, Icy, here are your options. Listen carefully. Icy, your base card is a 7. Final Flame's base card is an 8. Icy, you could play, and you could change to 7 if you'd like, and call these 2 cards in a row correctly. If you do so, you win the championship, but if you goof, Final Flame wins the championship. Or you could pass control to Final Flame. He's got an 8, and he cannot change that card. And if he makes a mistake along the way, Icy, you would become the champion. So, are you going to play or pass? He's going to pass, so he's not going to keep control. That means Final Flame, you have to call these 2 cards in a row correctly, and you cannot change your 8. So, with an 8, call this.
I wish I could call push, but I'm going to go lower.
All right, lower than the 8. It is a 4. Okay, Final Flames, you get this card right, you become the champion. What are you going to do?
I gotta go with the odds. I gotta say higher.
All right, if it's higher than the 4, the spoiler has been complete. Is it higher than the 4? It's an ace, and Final Flame, you are the champion. You're going to get to play the money cards. Well done. So the spoiler roll has been played all 3 times. Professor Hoon got defeated in Game 1, and then Icy in Games 2 and 3. My goodness gracious. Boy, that's just how the cards roll sometimes. I am very sorry, Icy. That was a really competitive game. Did you have a lot of fun playing with us? Excellent. Good to hear that, and maybe we'll see you in another game, Icy. So, well done. You played a good game, but it is Final Flame who gets to go on to the money cards. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get to the board. Okay, Final Flame, as you know, you've won 200 rupees. That is yours to keep no matter what. Now I'm going to give you new money to play with. That's 200 rupees. And remember, if you go double all the way, you'll win 32,000 rupees. So, Final Flame, 200 rupees, and your first card is a 4. That's a pretty good card. So do you want to play the 4, or do you want to change it?
I'll play it.
All right, you have 200 rupees. How much would you like to bet? Remember, 50 is the minimum, and you've got to bet in 50 rupee increments. So what will you do?
I'm going to do 150 higher.
All right, 150 rupees, higher than the 4. Let's see if you're right. Yes, you're right. It's a 10. Good. You're up to 350 rupees and a 10. Again, you have the option to change the card. Do you want to play this card or change it?
I want to change it to card number 3.
Card number 3. You got it. Good luck. That 10 now becomes a 5. That's a little bit better. You now have 350 rupees and a 5. How much would you like to wager here?
I'll do 250 for higher.
250. All right. 250 rupees, higher than the 5. Oh no, it's a 3. Oh, bad luck there. So you're down to 100 rupees and you've got a 3. How much would you like to wager here?
I'm going to wager all 100 for higher.
All right. All of it. 100 rupees, higher than the 3. You got it. It's a queen. Good job. So, you've doubled your money to 200 rupees, but we're going to move the queen up to the next row. I will give you the other 400 rupees of money, and now you're up to 600 rupees and a queen. Now you have the option to change the card again. We're in a new row. So with 600 rupees, do you want to play the queen?
I will play it, and I'll do 400 lower.
All right. 400 rupees, lower than the queen. It's another queen. Oh, another double. That is your 5th double in this game alone. My goodness gracious. So you still have 600.
At least I don't lose on this one.
That's right. You don't lose. You keep your bet. So you're still at 600 rupees. Do you still want to go 400 lower than the queen?
Yes, I do.
All right. 400 rupees, lower than the queen. I hope you're right. Is it lower than the queen? It's a 9. You got it. You're now up to 1,000 rupees and a 9. And again, you have the option to change the card. You want to change it?
Yes, I do, to card number 1.
All right, card number 1. Let's see if we can get you a good change. That 9 now becomes... Oh, another 9. Oof. My goodness. Wow. All right. So you have 1,000 rupees and you have a 9. How much are you going to wager?
I'm going to do 300 higher.
All right. He's going to go a little bit against the odds, but he's got a feeling another big card's coming up. All right. Good luck to you, Final Flame. 300 rupees. Higher than the 9. You're right, and it's another queen. The 3rd queen in the deck. You're up to 1,300 rupees. We move the queen up to the big bet. First of all, I'm going to ask you, would you like to play the queen?
Yes, I do.
All right. You must wager at least 650 rupees. You can bet more. 1,300 rupees and a queen. Final Flame, what is your big bet?
I'm going to bet 1,100 lower.
All right, he's going to hold a little bit back just in case. All right, sounds good. If you get this right, you'll have 2,400 rupees. Best of luck to you, Final Flame. For 2,400 rupees, lower than the queen, it's a jack. You've got it. Well done, Final Flame. 2,400 rupees. Good job. So, with the 200 from the main game, that gives you a total of 2,600 rupees. Nicely done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, now I'm going to give you an opportunity to win a brand new car, and let's see what we're going to play for this time. You're going, well, here we go. This is the 11th attempt now at this vehicle. I'd love to give it away. It's the Suzuki Samurai, worth 7,949 rupees. Behind one of those cards is that car, so let's see if you can get the Suzuki Samurai. And Fun for Freedom chat, you play along as well. What number would you like there, FinalFlame?
Unfortunately, I don't have a strong feeling towards either one, but I'm going to go with my gut feeling, which is number 6.
Number 6. All right. Best of luck to you.
3.
You say number 3, Icy? All right.
Yes.
Professor Whom says 7 or 5. Mega Maniac 23, he's going with 3. TC Gamer, he's going with 4. But what counts right now is FinalFlame. He's going for number 6. Best of luck to you. I want to give this car away so badly. It's been a while since I've given away a car. Here we go. For the car is the car behind card number 6. No, it's not. Oh, darn it. All right. Let's see if anybody in the Fun for Freedom chat got it right. Let's see where that car was. Number 2. The car was behind number 2. All right. Well, FinalFlame, you did do pretty good. You won a total of 2,600 rupees, and we do have enough time to get one more game of Card Sharks in, so we'll see who our contestants are going to be at that point. So, good game for you, FinalFlame. We'll have another game of Card Sharks right after this, so stay tuned.